Shooting it raw?
Yes. Shooting it raw.
Well, I certainly use photography myself. I've got an iPhone 12 and I use the camera and I end up photographing my own artwork. And I sometimes photograph material that I may draw, but I end up using photography as subjects for my work because I work mostly with animals, wildlife, birds mostly, and you can't go out there and very well take your own photographs of all these birds. So I use a couple of sources that I get from Pixabay, which is from photographers that allow anybody to use their sources as material for drawing or whatever they want to do. And these aren't amateur photographers, some of them. They're very good. So I take usually some photographs and maybe combine them, or there's another one that's called Morgue File, which photographs aren't as good. But I have to have something as a basis for the material that I end up drawing. And as I said, you can't go out and get a picture of well, you can get local birds here, but you certainly can't get any of the owls or anything like that I like drawing. So I use photography a lot, but I don't take very many that I actually use myself.
Elisabeth. Perfect. I love it. Okay, so before we dive in, just to give people some context, because it sounds, in the audio it comes out. So it's a large room. You invited me into your home. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're very welcome. I'd rather do it here than over online.
Welcome to Shooting It Raw, the podcast. And so essentially the podcast asks, if life is a gift, how do we make every second count? And what I love about these happy accidents of how I meet people is that, like in your case, I was at a coffee shop and I just looked on the wall, and we see so many things in the day. For something to break through the consciousness, to inspire and ignite the imagination, that's exactly what happened. And it was it was one of your works of an owl.
Oh, yes.
Snowy
yeah.
owl or something.
Yes. It was probably a print called Camouflage, which was, I'm not sure what kind of an owl was, but it was against a tree. That it was.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And,
amazing. And
I've done a few of those, and I've actually, that was when I used to do stone lithography, which is a different work that I'm doing right now. And you make prints, and I probably made about maybe a dozen of these prints, and out of the dozen, I think already perhaps about 4 or 5 have sold, so it's one of the popular ones.
I have to say to listeners, or whoever sees this, is that, like, do check out your website, because your work is bonkers. It's so good. It's so good. Like I told you this would be a lot. This would be a lot of flattery, a lot of ego. All here to, because your work is amazing.
That's always welcome.
Yes. Okay, so you invite me to your house, which is overlooking. We're in Vancouver, overlooking. It's a gray day outside. Inside, go ahead.
Yeah, we're looking at Olympic Village that you can see over there.
Right, Olympic Village. Inside is your work. You have triptychs on the wall of owls. You've got.
That's not mine.
It's not yours?
No, I bought one. I had to buy it.
That's not yours?
That one is not mine.
It's not, okay, so I'm pointing to a piece on the wall, which is a kind of like a bas-relief of a painting, sort of.
Beautiful snow scene. It reminds me of skiing when I was very young. That's why I bought it. I bought it at a little gallery over off of South Granville.
Okay, where did you grow up?
In Calgary. I was born in Calgary, and I went to the Alberta College of Art as soon as I got out of high school. I knew I wanted to be an artist for a long time.
Yeah. Your house is so BC. It's outdoors. There's an otter sculpture, like a sea otter sculpture on the floor. There's like, the colors are all grays, and I mean, I love it. I love it all.
Thank you. Thank you. And those 3 behind me, the 3 feathers, they're all mine.
Amazing.
I actually donated a print, each of those, to a new building that's being built at Lionsgate Hospital. They're doing a floor that they're wanting to hang paintings on, and what the theme is feathers. So not all these are one of each of those has been donated to the Lionsgate Hospital.
Yeah, just it's an like a podcast is audio, so it's theater of the mind. People can't be in the house with us. They can't see or really appreciate like the texture and the tones and everything about it is just so nice. And so we'll dive into your art. I don't know what you sent, so I'll look at the photo.
Okay.
And then hopefully in that sense, I'll be able to inspire people because,
Okay.
I mean, it's like if you think about it, here's some random guy who goes for a coffee, looks on the wall, and he sees the evidence of your work.
I've had a lot out of that. I'll tell you, there's a real story behind that one. You looking at it because there's been others that have bought it.
Yeah.
And one that
Did you just kind of squeeze me to buy it, not just talk about it?
No, I did not.
I'm just kidding.
But one woman saw one of the pieces that was there, and she bought it, and she came to my home, and she bought about $5,000 worth of artwork.
Oh, wow.
And she also got me into, I'm now in a thing called Artists for Conservation. And,
okay, clearly.
There's so many things that developed out of just my things being being around the world. It's quite amazing. Yeah, it's been amazing. I'm going to tell Max that. He's the owner.
Okay, yeah. Okay, let's go into the first photo.
Okay.
So, is life really a gift? Really? Can you make every second count? That's the whole point of the podcast. So, if you like what you've seen and you're inspired, because that really is my mission, then please give it a like, subscribe, and share.
Shooting it raw?
Yes. Shooting it raw.